Click the bell icon to get latest videos from Ekeeda.
Hello friends, I have purposely taken up this video for all my manager friends to understand or to make them realize whether is stress really good at bad or bad at their level. Friends, there are different videos of stress management which we'll be doing in a lot of details, but just a small input from my side to help you in your daily activities by giving you certain examples and coming up to certain conclusions to prove that is stress good or is stress bad. Let's see what do we come as a conclusion. Friends, it's very important to understand that stress is something which comes to us with a lot of hard work, with a lot of mesmericy in mind, with a lot of confusion, with a lot of overload of work, with so much of pressure mentally, physically, and plus not giving enough time to ourselves to do something that we like. So the entire day goes in just like a rat race, fighting to be the best at what we do. At the end of the day, really not doing the best that we like. So I would say stress is something that comes to you the way you take it. Stress is either positive or negative the way you take it. So stress, according to me, if you see at workplace, is something very positive. Tell me one simple thing. Let me give you a small example. Suppose if I, as a trainer, am lined up with say around 7 to 10 projects where I am overloaded with work. I really do not have time even to think or breathe or do something that I really like. I really try very hard to find some space for myself and my family. But at the same time, I'm really happy that I'm getting a lot of work which is finally paying me very well, which is helping me to finally achieve my targets in my life and to reach to my goal very quickly. This is also a matter of success. So for me, if I take this stress as positive stress, it's not wrong, because I am really positive when I get a lot of projects which are piled up on me. Negative stress is something where I'm sitting alone in the house without really having any projects, not understanding what to do, where to go, how to strive and live for my livelihood. I don't know where am I supposed to focus on, and my entire focus is lost because I am lost as I don't have anything coming up, and definitely every day I am going lack of my success. This is negative stress. So tell me simply, how can a work environment give you negative stress? Because every day that you work towards achieving your goal along with your organization, it's such a positive activity that we have been doing every day. And reaching towards our goal positively definitely brings in a lot of stress, which is very positive. Friends, if you've been feeling that working in an organization and an environment is not helping you to create the positive stress and there is a lot of negative stress that's coming to you, I think it's a time for you to understand that you're not at the right place. Maybe by changing your field, sector, industry, job, or anything to have you satisfied would help you to take the stress positively. I call stress as a resistance of living in that moment. So if you have stress, you are resistance of living in whatever moment you're living in. Otherwise, there is no happiness in living just like that without having stress and without having any aim and goal in mind. Tell me, how would it help you to be successful if you don't really get stressed about you being successful? So I take stress very positively. Friends, being managers, I really feel that you all are really burdened with a lot of responsibilities which hold you accountable at the end of the day. But at the same time, look at the success ratio. If you're going really high in your success ratio, which is definitely accountable and which is definitely understood, where you can count your success, there's nothing like it. So let the stress penetrate in. What we need to understand is we need to manage that stress. Now, how do we manage that stress? There are a lot of things that you can do about it. You can do meditation, yogas. I've always been talking about it. I'm also having videos of stress management, which gives you an entire idea of how to deal with your stress. So what we need to understand is only manage that stress rather than maintaining stress. I would like to run you through an activity which will help you to understand why do we reach to that particular result. So let's talk about a person named person A. I'm going to read out to you what all the person A's characteristics are. He's always moving, walking, eating, rapidly talking, etc. He feels very impatient with all the events that are taking place. He feels that when do I do it? When do I finish one event? When do I reach up to next event? So he's very, very impatient of getting through those events. Does 2 or more things at one given point of time. So he's amazing multitasker. He can do a lot of things which are on his platter. Cannot cope up with leisure time. So if he's given like 1 hour lunch break, he would complete his lunch in 20 minutes and rest 40 minutes. He would just do something or the other which keeps him ongoing and working. He's extremely workaholic. Obsessed with measuring desired success. He keeps measuring his success. So 6 months down the line, if I was at say whatever XYZ salary, am I reached to my goal? He keeps planning his goals, he keeps marking his goals, he keeps pasting it on wherever he is sitting, and he keeps measuring his goals and his targets, whether they've achieved, or is he still back, or he has to run very fast, or how can he reach to that goal really quickly. He keeps measuring his success basically. At the same given point of time, there is a person called as person B. So this person B is a person who is never interacting. He's very introvert. He doesn't interact. He's not a people's person. Never suffers with sense of time urgency and has patience. He has a lot of patience in him. There is nothing that is urgent for him. A deadline doesn't matter to him. He feels that whatever deadlines he has put to himself are the deadlines. He might also argue with the boss saying that I cannot do this in that much time. I need more time. Displays and discusses achievements only when demanded by the situation. So only if a work is given, he does that particular task. He is not a perfect decision maker. He cannot take decisions, and he cannot ask for more tasks if not required. Relaxes and never exhibits the superiority. He feels that all are one. I am not really a superior, not in the other way, but as a superior person, he is a responsible person to take the team ahead, which he just doesn't do that. He feels everyone is quite sensible to take their own responsibility, so he doesn't showcase any superiority. Can relax even without guilt. So he's a person who can simply relax with no guilt. This was the person B, and let's see, while both the people maybe go for an interview, and who gets selected and why. Finally, as a conclusion and result, the A type are someone who can get selected very quickly in an interview. Why? Let's see why would the A person get selected. The A person can operate under moderate to high level stress. So he is the one who knows how to balance and maintain stress, and at that particular point of time where he is asked to operate in stress, he would be the right person to do so. He likes to work with time pressure, so he himself gives himself a target and deadlines, so he doesn't require any deadlines and targets from his superiors. He is the one who puts his own targets to his own self and sees to it that he finishes that particular task in that particular target. So forget taking the pressure from the superior. He has the pressure himself to do the task in that particular target. He is a fast worker, and he believes in quantity over quality. Many a times this is a matter of thing where it can be taken negatively and positively, but what happens when you have a lot of quantitative work is sometimes if one work has a little quality issues, can be neglected. But at the same time, if he is amazing at it quantitative work, imagine an organization who had a task of completing say around 10 tasks in a month, and if he is able to do say 20 tasks in a month, fantastic. Who could be the best in that job? He is more likely to be selected in an interview because of his attitude of competencies, aggressiveness towards work, success desires, best superiors for the entire team to get them going for the deadlines, amazing stress management person, and amazing person to go ahead as a quantitative multitasking person. Now these are all the qualities that the person A has, and this is a person who would reach to his goal. Now imagine the level of stress that he faces, but he takes it very positively. Unless and until the stress doesn't lead to a conflict, it is always good. The day the stress leads to conflict, it is a bad stress. So by doing all of this, the person should not only be a best decision maker plus a successful manager, at the same time should impose the qualities of even conflict resolutions and conflict management. So unless and until a stress doesn't reach to conflicts, it is a good stress. The moment the stress reaches to conflicts, it is a bad stress. So friends, this was all about what I wanted to talk, a very small, and convey my messages in a very short, sweet way to you, of telling you and proving you why stress is positive and good. This is how I could prove it to you maybe. I hope everyone is on the same page as I am. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please stay tuned to eKida and keep subscribing to our channel. Thank you.